Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Dicey Dungeons. For whatever reason, the game is easy again. Telling you, it's some cognitive glucose saturation levels. As they hit the perfect amount, not too much sugar, not too little, brain fires on all cylinders. It's like a Formula One vehicle, and not one of the ones made by Renault. When it gets a little bit too low, you get cranky, you get tilt. When it gets a little bit too high, you maybe, I don't know, you crash. But here, we're at a good level. Also, please, the fake lore, get out of here, as Dan would say. It's my 58th time playing this game. I'm ready. Okay, remember, things are different now. Unlucky roll appears to be the same. Nunchucks. So this just shouldn't work. No, it will work. It'll do 5 damage. I would, because your HP is so low, I would rather hit you for 5. We got 2 pieces of attack equipment. This is okay. Thank you. This would split it into 2 3s, which I do not want to do. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Here's what I'm thinking, okay? Put 2 poison on this son of a gun, and then lower the counter and see if that lowers your poison. It didn't. He's still gonna be able to get some pretty decent stuff done here. Please hit... Okay, we can actually use a piece of equipment here. No, we can't! I can't do anything, dude! This is horrible! Okay, I mean, wait, I could literally, I guess I could maybe put a 1 in Nunchuck and it would stay there, but at least he can't do anything either. This is the same turn. You can't fool me. This is the same turn. Please just let me Nunchuck you. So the thing is, like, you suck. Dude, I hate this freaking ice cream cone. It's like the only hard fight in the game. On episode 5, at least. Okay, I'll have 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. You know, okay, we're gonna die. Take me back to the title. That enemy blows. My 2 cents, that enemy not invited to my birthday party or any function where I have any control over the guest list. Let me tell you that much. That's a lot of fun. I really like it being a mathematical impossibility to kill him on turn 1, and then if he happens to roll 2 evens, you can never attack him ever again. That's really cool. This one, okay, now all of a sudden you're like, dude, this is a dream come true. Look at this. It's amazing, you know, depending on the enemy you fight, the game changes a great deal. Repeat next attack, but disable it next turn. Anyway. I'm trying not to tilt early. I don't think I'm too tilted, to be honest. It's just, the thing is, Dicey has a unique set of, like, roguelike tilt catalysts. In Isaac, if you have a weird start, yeah, maybe you walk into a room with enemies that are like hard to kill or they take a long time. So what, you know? Just without being, you know, ridiculous, just do it, forehead. Might as well start working on that, I guess. You know, I mean, I guess. But you can still do it. But, you know, getting poison, locking down your best attacks in Dicey, on episode 5 at least, is like... It's a problem, let me put it that way. Creates a serious issue. You know, you basically get mathematically locked out of having a chance. It's almost like the Cornelius fight, but like in reverse. Super Space Marine. I'd rather try to fight you and then bounce full HP off of that, but we'll see how it goes. Needs a 5, 50% chance to... Well, anyway, we love this. Like, this is just good. And then 3-1 is, like, pretty good off of that as well. We'd really like a more traditional split, like a lockpick, basically. We don't have a 4. We can't create a 4 either. Well, actually, we can create a 4 off of this. So I think I do like 5. I think I like 5-3, even though we could have used 1-1-1. And then split your 4 into 2 1s, or sorry, 2 2s. Not my finest mathematical work. Suppose we could have used the 6 instead of the 3 then in the in our square, whatever it's called, square pair. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's a huge lucky get for us. The more equipment you have, the less bad that poison is against us. I guess we just need to remember that... Hate to do it. I just need to remember that you'd rather fight the slime after you get a piece of equipment if possible. So 5 will become 3-2. 4 will become 2-2. I don't think blind does anything to the AI. But blind isn't blind, so, you know, maybe it would. Ruka. Ruka. The weird thing is we don't really want 2 4s. But 2 4s does become 4 damage, which is worth more than 3 1s. Did you have to sneeze right on my arm? Like, let's see what blindness does to you, I guess. Cannot see remaining health. Okay, so that, you know, basically a waste of everybody's time. 6-1? The 6 is pretty bad. I can hear my remaining health. We'd rather split this, in my opinion. Because at least this can be used for blind, but like, obviously you don't really want to. Are you just gonna kill me here? It seems like you're gonna kill me with that 1-6. Yep. Yo, Warrior, episode 5. Overpowered, I'd say. Thief, episode 5. Some of these equipment, not quite as good when they're severely changed, i.e. Nerfed, in my opinion. But what do I know? 3-2. I'd rather just get you with one of those. 2-3. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. It's only enemies that apply status effects to us that are really that bad. Every other enemy is, like, totally fine. If it's just a raw damage race, we got nothing to worry about. If it's a status effect shootout, we got a real tough spot. 4 damage and a freeze reusable. Freeze is very good now against enemies who have a lot of dice, because it lowers their sum total. Really, like, I'm feeling the burn right now of, that's right, we still heal afterwards. I'm feeling the burn right now of not being able to create more dice off of the... I mean, Split still creates more dice, that's true. I would really like to get, like, a duplicate or something like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think I'd rather fight you to get full HP. Because I know that your status effect... Well, I guess your status effect isn't that bad. I just need to do more damage to you. I'm just checking, like, I didn't screw up Master Key, right? It's not max 4. I couldn't put 1s in this and create 2 1s off of it. It appears no. Okay. I mean, even the 1s here are not worth much, but burning a dice does ruin a piece of his equipment long term. So I think that's worth something. Then I think you go 1, 2. I think you go 1, 3. I think you go 1, 1. It's kind of just a raw damage race. He's gonna do the same to me, but that'll ruin his burn for next time, which is nice. And to be honest, like, I don't mind ruining my split for next time. Why don't you go ahead? Excuse me. Why were you able to use your fireball despite the fact that you put a burning dice into it? That seems it's just a little surprising. Is all I'm trying to say. I'm just a little surprised is all. I don't know if that was worth it actually, but I don't know about this one. That's like a slap in the face. Rolling 3 natural 1s on that turn when even like, I don't know if a single 2 would have taken us where we need to go, but like, come on. I guess part of it was the freeze. Okay, part of it was the freeze. Fair enough, but I go through ebbs and flows with this game, man. I was flowing recently. Kind of a little TMI, but gain 1, reduce. Okay, sure. I was flowing about 40 minutes ago when I finished that last episode. I don't know if I would say that I'm flowing anymore. I think if it's gonna do 6 damage with 2 3s or 6 damage raw, what do we care? You know? 4 though, it could do 4, or alternatively, hear me out here, it could do 2 and 2. So you kind of, I think that does a better job, honestly, of, for me at least, explaining why this run so far, and admittedly it's very early, but why it's a little frustrating for me so far. The reason it's frustrating for me is because it feels like I'm just using equipment for equipment's sake. Like it does, for right now, and I could be wrong about this, but it just doesn't seem like the equipment that we're using actually changes the damage output of what we got going on. But what do I know, or whatever. We are gonna level up here. That's very important. It comes with another dice, right? Okay, we absolutely need Wrecking Ball because it reduces our countdowns. One thing I was gonna complain about, and I know you're like, that doesn't sound like you complaining in a Dicey Dungeons run. No, one thing I was gonna complain about is so much of our equipment is based on countdowns right now. So to have any synergy, it seems super important. So I do think this is, let's give it a shot now. We might legitimately have like a better chance here. So like, go ahead and hit him for 3, which lowers your other countdowns. And then a 5, well, like a 2 does 4 damage, which is super good. A 5 does 4 damage. It literally couldn't do anything else. You might as well reduce a little bit as well. And maybe now that RNG has allowed us to live this long, we're on our way to a higher degree of success, hopefully. This will make a 3-2. Lower your counters by 3. Hit him for 4. Hit him for 4. Dude. Alright. All of a sudden, that one little piece of equipment seems to be doing it. Duplicate 1 dice, return the other. Dice value -1, roll a 1. So that's very good, believe it or not. Because it creates another dice. Another die. I kind of think that's our play. This is a very strange run. You usually don't have 6 pieces of equipment. But let's see how she goes here. I really want to get to the upgrade station. I think every single one of these warrants an upgrade right now. So we do have our limit break. Might as well pop it. We want to create a 4 that cannot be done with Master Key. So I think we'll split our 6 into 2 3s. Put a 3 into Wrecking Ball, which feels very nice. We might as well get a little reduce. Might as well turn our 3 into 2-1. Maybe? And then you can 3 damage and a freeze. For 5, we get 4 damage plus a freeze. So we lose a little damage on it, but we gain the freeze instead. Reduce blocks the next status effect, which is actually, now that I look at it, incredibly strong. This guy doesn't seem as bad now that freeze is not so good. Whatever. I think you still really like a 3 here. But wait a minute. It does 3... We do need to create another dice. Another die, sorry. Why? Remember, this doesn't need to work for us this turn. Well, we need to do it in order to have the exact number that allows us to actually take advantage of nunchucks, I think. At least our counters are better for next turn now. And at least my man only rolled 2 odds and cannot freeze all of our dice this time. Instead, he will just freeze 2 out of the 3. More freeze equals icy. Alright, so the more freeze he has, it already hits all dice. It just hits them for more. That makes sense. We got a reduce out of that, which is awesome. You know, like... So it'll reduce all your values by 2. Which unfortunately... I guess reducing them by 2 didn't change any odds, or any evens into odds, but still. Now I'd really like to kill you. So I think a 4 is always going to be nice here. Then a 5 becomes 5 damage. And unfortunately, you do need to use your unlucky roll. I wish it weren't so, but it is. Now that I've made it through the little bump, I feel like everything's going a-okay on this run. I'm no longer as perturbed. Nunchucks, Nunchucks allow you to get a dice in return. If you put a 3-1 in there, you get a 2 back. And also do 4 damage. That's very interesting. Master Key becomes slightly more usable. Blast Chiller becomes stronger. Cloak becomes better, but not in a way that we can use. Dude, honestly, Wrecking Ball still seems like the best call, but Nunchucks is also super interesting. I think we're going to go Wrecking Ball plus, and then Nunchucks like right after that. And then we've got a surplus of dice that we can actually use. Do 7, return a dice. It's not that hard to create 7, but I don't know. This is the final blow. Gain 2 max HP. All right, I get it. You've played Slay the Spire, but I don't know if I buy that one right now. Okay, Hall of Mirrors doesn't interest me that much. So, I think you like this. I think you like this. We get a reduce out of that, which will block a status effect, and then we can definitely freeze you next turn. A 2. So we will block 1 burn, I suppose. Now, what the heck do you do with a 6, man? Alright, dude, honestly, this doesn't bother me. That's great value. Well, you turn a 6 into 2 3s is what you do. And I think you just toss a 3 in there. You got another 6, though. What are you going to do with that, dummy? That's a very good point. It's a great question. Honestly, I'm still tempted to get a quick little reduce in there, and then hit you for 4 with 1 more freeze attached to it. This is an interesting run now. Definitely do not want to use Unlucky Roll if I can avoid it. So I think That's your dream play right there. We're gonna get full HP. We're gonna get another dice, is very important. Tetraphobia seems... It doesn't seem that bad because of the fact that technically we could make that work twice for free with Wrecking Ball, but I don't know if it's that good. So we should definitely use this to get a little leg up on the competition here. So, sorry, I didn't mean to try to put that in there. 2... Sorry, that's wrong click. Okay, there you go. Do you split your 6? Yes. Then you can 3, 3. Might as well put a 6 in there. It's not like we're doing anything else with it. I still feel like I'm playing the run wrong, but it's going okay. So I'm not sweating it too badly. Whatever we use this burn dice with, keep in mind it's gone forever. I actually think we go for lethal. I really thought we'd be able to use it again. Can't be used for the rest of the turn. It's totally my bad. We didn't quite get there. No, we did get there. Oh my god. I just let the whole cerebral cortex go to work on that one, and I appreciate that it didn't burn me. Really appreciate that one. Honestly, I know that we could actually fit Tetraphobia into this run, but what do I want to get rid of? Honestly, I feel like Cloak is not that good. Blast Chiller, I also feel, is not really that good, but I cannot deny that it is a nice little burst of damage when things go right. So we want to see 4s. And we got there, thankfully. So I think we would love to see a duplicate, dude. Let me just say that. So this is just a really nice bit of bonus damage, probably just about every turn. I'd much rather do 6 damage off that. I mean, that's a 20 damage turn. That's real good. Our freeze worked hilariously well there. Still want to use a 3. Then use a 2. Dude. Okay, I think we found the scene, and I'm no longer complaining. It starts really hard. Like, this run start is super tough. If you run into the slime, I guess you just die. 2 damage. So if you use this early... No, this is absolutely... No. I don't think that's good, necessarily. But I know that Nunchucks upgraded will give us 1 more die, which is really valuable with what we got going on here. So, again, I think you split your 6 into 2 3s. He's strong against poison, so don't get any ideas. I mean, as of right now, that's like our most common turn, and it's pretty good. We're doing like 15 to 25 damage. Curse. All equipment is a 50% chance to switch target. What does that mean? I don't understand, I think. Honestly, that's a huge one for us right there. So it hit me and didn't reduce count, which is real nasty. That hurts a lot. Poison actually seems pretty good because at least it forces him to lose a die in order to activate whatever equipment he wants to activate. Yeah, I think that worked out very well for us. Stop taking Wrecking Ball, dude. Like, that's my life right now. I know this seems weird right now, but like, just work with me, okay? It worked. Alrighty. Could have been worse. One enemy away from full HP. A shop with an upgrade? No upgrade. Keep the next dice you use and return this dice. I don't get it. I hate that there's no upgrade, though. I would do what I would have killed for an upgrade. Because I think Nunchuck is definitely, like, it's the next step for us. So, 4s are so good, dude. We get an unbelievable amount of value out of 4s. Now, I can't see the enemy's HP. Apparently, that's an advantage for me. I'm sure the enemy has access to its own HP in the code. It's a little bit of an abstract thing to discuss, I suppose, in the first place, but you get the idea. Alright. Alright, a 50% chance to switch target. 100% of the time has done that to me, but that's okay. We're gonna get full HP after this anyway. I don't think you're dead, but I mean obviously you're not dead. But you gotta be close. I don't think we're close at all. He's not that close either, actually, but okay, so I think splitting your 5 into 3-2 is fine. You're on 6 HP. We could have done that if we... Oh, we can still do it. Beautiful. That's really... If we just put a 2 in that, it turns a 2 into 2 1s. Are 2 1s better than a 2? I don't know. Depends on the circumstance, honestly. We can use nunchucks, but it only does 2 damage, so who cares? Set a random dice to whatever you put in here. Return the dice. It's kind of a waste of an equipment slot, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. But I definitely think nunchucks is where you hit, like, galaxy brain status here. Splitula. Flip a dice upside down. Duplicate the split dice. I think we can definitely take that instead of chisel. We're gonna have to, you know, consult the late scientist Stephen Hawking every time we try to make a move, but I think that this is... It's a duplicate with a condition attached, which I think is extremely good. So if we put a 6 in it, it makes 2 1s. That's not so good. If we put a 2... No, we can't put a 2 in it. I mean, dude, on this one, you're just like, I'd really like to do 12 damage. I think 2 2s in here is okay. Still a 20 damage turn. It's a 20 damage turn with some pretty bad rolls. Now we basically have a choice between 4 damage or 4 damage and freeze. I'll take the 4 damage and freeze, but it does reset the counter, which means we're further away from it on the next turn. So Curse is horrible, but he did no damage to me, so this is still feeling pretty good. I think I like the idea. Well, I think we'd rather just split that. Okay, so what? Excuse me, sir. But what? I don't know if it's ironic or it's telling, but we've definitely encountered a few situations here where, like, it would be awesome for us to have Chisel again instead of what we actually have, but it is what it is, you know? And it's still, I mean, we took 8 damage. That's pretty solid. It did, it was influenced by the fact that my man rolled like garbage, but still, might as well stay high on HP. I think we want to upgrade Splitula, and then it'll probably have better targeting. I was guilty of not looking at the conditions that well. But I will say, I do like the idea of turning... Like, if we could flip the 3 into a 4 and then dupe the 4, that would be a beautiful. As is, flipping a 4 into 2 3s is also pretty darn good. But, admittedly, not as good. Oh, we should also, yeah, look at Nunchuck now, because we can change, we can return the difference between the two rolls. So if we put a 1-3 in there, we get a 2 in return, which is the same damage as putting 2 2s, but we get an extra dice out of it. So actually, let's try this, okay? Hear me out. Turn a 6 into 2 3s. Put a 3 and a 1 in the nunchucks, you get a 2. Put a 3 and a 1 in the nunchucks, you get a 2. Put a 2 and a 1 in the nunchucks, you get a 1. Put a 2 and a 1 in the nunchucks, you get a 1. Then you put a 2 in here, you put a 2 in here. Then you put a... Then you put a 1 and a 1 into nunchucks, you get nothing, and you just hit him there. Dude, nunchucks is going to be very good for us. Keep in mind, we did have the extra fuel on that one from our limit break, but still, like that's very solid. I love that that just kills him. Like that's so good. It's not as easy as the warrior run right now, but I think it's because it's a harder run to pilot. So I wanted to see Splitula being able to take a 3 is a huge get. Surely there is a situation where that is good. But I don't know if I know it yet. Gong. Deals 4 damage per weekend. Enemy loses all weekend. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. This is scary. This is a delicate moment, but Avalanche. Minimum 3. Do 3 damage. Reroll with lower value. We'd rather lose a 6. 6 becoming 3 gives us 2 4s. Why would we rather lose a 6, by the way? It has to do with the counter. Like lowering, because it has to do with Splitula, really. Because if we split Splitula 6, it becomes 2 1s, which is not as good for us. Unfortunately, Nunchucks is not going to be worth too much for us here. We could probably split a 5 into 3 2. At which point, actually, this is the play. And then you go 6 3, 6 2. Lower your values heavily. That's the good stuff. So you definitely want to reroll like a 3 4 would be good. Beautiful. 3 becomes 2 4s. You love to see it. I think you split your 6 and then you go 3 1, and this is where your nunchucks start to shine. And you go 3 2, and he's dead, dude. Oh my god, this run is so much fun now. It just took we had to chisel a little bit, but once we chiseled, we got there. Definitely heal. Of course, the robot comes after this, which is scary in and of itself, but still. 4 4 2 5. Turning a 4 into 2 3s is not that bad. You can also split and then turn your 3 into 2 4s, which is definitely better. You pretty much have to do 4 4 on this one, but it's still pretty good. It doesn't guarantee odds anymore, which is really nice. It lowers his rolls. So instead, it gave us 4 odds. But it's okay. This is just gonna give us a bunch of 1s, which is not really that, it's not really that bad. It's not really that good either. We even have a 2 anyway. Okay, so what do we like? Honestly, I like the idea of a 2 1 in nunchucks. Just giving you a free 1. That's not amazing, let's be honest, but I'm gonna do it like this just because it means these counters are gonna be closer to popping next turn. Alright, that's 4 odds again. You know, this is just a good testament to the fact that if we win, obviously we're doing something right. I think we still have to use. It's very unfortunate, but. No, I'm like, okay. This. No. I think you have to do it like this. And it's just not enough. Don't kill me. Thank God we didn't freeze him. You would have had 5 extra damage. Would it have killed us? No. But I would have been mad. In fact, now that I think about it, it actually would have been good because it would have put us closer to our limit break, and we're going to hit full HP anyway. But basically, RNG almost killed us, which is fair because, you know, it's a game about dice. What are you going to do? You're going to complain about RNG? Get over it. At the start of the first turn, gain Fury. You know, it's okay. I mean, I think you got cool mechanics there, but I'm attached to what we got going on. You having a bunch of shock scares the crap out of me. I really want to freeze you a lot so that you can't hit the counters, because you're entirely based on counters, right? Yeah. So we want a lot of freeze. So we want as many 4s as possible. Just thinking. A 5, a 3, 2, flip your 3, get 2 4s. Got him. Got him. Okay. I think we prefer a 4. No, I think... doesn't really matter, I think. Our dice are kind of screwed here. You might as well put 4 in here. Then you're going to do 6, 2. 6, 2. It's going to lower all your values by 3, which is really good. Even when you roll that high, I'll take it. So you got a 50% chance to dodge. That's fine. My dodge chance persists, so I'm not too upset. What did you shock? We pretty much have to unshock Wrecking Ball. I can live with it. So you always are going to go split your 5 into 2 3s. You're going to split your 3 into 2 4s. This gives you just a disgusting amount of value. Your 6 is like not that good, but I think you definitely go like 2-1. Get a 1 in return. 2-1. Get a 1 in return. Add another dodge. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I meant to put it in nunchucks, but whatever. Only 1 freeze on that one is a little bit, it's worse, to be honest. Okay, we dodged that, which is nice. Have to unlucky roll. Might as well unlucky roll first. And then use unshock if we're going to. And we're probably gonna, but let's start here first. Let's simplify it. You're always gonna splitula. Life goes on. We're gonna unshock, then we're gonna do a 3-1. Get a 2 in return. I'd honestly rather just hit you for the 2. I know you're like, why not try to dodge an attack? I think lowering... Basically, we're cutting 4 value in a perfect world situation. We're cutting 4 value off of her roll, which saves us almost 5 shock. It's pretty good. Doesn't always work out like that. I think we're totally fine, though. So with 2 shock, we honestly might be able to hit our limit break here. We know we're going to want Master Key. Might as well unlucky roll, and then we'll see if we need this. I bet we do, though. Still think you do have a dodge, so let's unshock this. And I'm going to put 1-1 in here first. I'm going to put 1-1 in again. I really want you to dodge. I'm going to put 1-1 in again. Thank you. Then we'll splitula. And now we got these 4s that can work. And we win. Well, either way, thanks for watching. That was a pretty solid run. We got there. Next, we'll try episode 5 with the robot. And I got to say, for now, is going just fine. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will... see you next time. See ya!